guys around us, as David said, where we do literally everything possible within our individual power to stop this country being utterly destroyed. Like practically everybody in this crowd, like practically everybody in this extraordinary nation, do you really understand what this country is and does? Tiny, this tiny little island, the second largest economy in the European Union. How? The fifth largest economy in the world. In the world. How? At least it was last week. Because right now, this country is hemorrhaging its jobs. Right now, companies like EasyJet and the others are preparing to leave because they simply will not be able to function in the way they have been able to up to now. Right now, the pound is plummeting through the floor. So everything we import will be much more expensive for those people who've been left behind by this planetary swirl of capital, people, and ideas. And we need to look to them, because they are the ones who have been left behind by the second largest economy in Europe. And they are the ones who made a protest vote last week. And we need to go back and explain to them that which the Remain side did not explain, and that which the Leave crowd lied to. They used these people. Farage used those fishermen on the river. They used those coal miners. They used those steel workers who've lost everything. What they didn't tell them is that the only way to stop unemployment, to stop austerity, is to grow an economy. How do we grow an economy outside of the biggest free trade club in the world? You tell me how to do it, because they don't know. So I'll go now, but please, this is possible. Forget all the coming together in unity and the this and the that. That's hippie. Get really serious now, properly serious, like you are about your lives, your jobs, your relationships, properly. For the young, going online and tweeting your indignation is only venting into the ether. It achieves nothing. You need to come out. You need to take action amongst your friends, in your workforce, in your neighborhood. For the young, whose future was robbed by Farage and Gove and Johnson. They took your future. They stole our opportunity. Get out onto the street. Knock on your neighbors' doors. Ask them if they voted in or out, and if they voted out, respect it. Try and understand it. Speak to them. Talk them through it. Ask them, did they understand that they were taking the country's future with them? Don't get angry. Explain. The way to get angry is to point out what happened to them last week. They were duped. For the young again, yes, go online, but only if you get a concrete result. If you organize friends, not just in the ether, but out in the neighborhood, in your street, on the jobs, and in the squares of Great Britain. Organize, get serious, get ready. We have 2 years. We have 2 years. We will turn this around. We will turn this around. For the young, I deal with I just came down from Coventry on my family pass, 22 quid. For For the young, we know that 74% of you wanted in, but only 30% of you bothered to register or to vote. Stop it. Engage with the actual world, because that world is coming down the track and it will hit you in 3 or 4 years, and it is not a pleasant world. It is not the world that most of the people here of my generation built for you. It is not what we meant for you. We want you to have the world, and you deserve the world. And for my lot, oh, shame on you. Shame on you for taking the lives that we enjoyed, that was given to us by this country, by previous great generations. That man on that statue, this whole thing was his idea. 1946 in Zurich. The only way we will stop fighting after 1,000 years is if we bind together in economic harmony and growth. Churchill. He called it a unity of European states. Of course he was right. This political giant against pygmies like Gove and Johnston, please. Winston Churchill would never have voted against our children's future. Rather, he would have fought to every last ounce of his breath for their future. And that is our job. That is the job of the older crowd. We're done. We're done. And for those people in the Midlands where I've just come from playing a concert, and for those people in the other cities who voted out and in the countryside, stand back. Maybe your life wasn't fantastic. Maybe things didn't turn out too good for you. But show me a parent or an adult, an older one, who doesn't want the young to get better. But more than that, aside from the lies of the amount of money that we're supposedly paying once a week, which would supposedly go to the NHS, all lies, all lies. As our economy contracts by 8% over the next 4 years, where is the money to pay for the NHS? The NHS that Michael Gove is on record as wanting to privatise. Where is the money to pay for the education that Michael Gove is on record as wanting to privatise? Where is the money to pay for your pension? It will not be there. If you are 64 and worried and angry about what this place has done, do not take it out on the future. Do not take it out on this country that gave me everything I asked of it and more. I owe this country everything, and I will fight for this country and everything. And I will fight for the future of this country and the amazing people that are in this country, but not in there. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Geldoff, please.